go over my trades that I took in the morning session. First of all, I took a short. Let me take a look what it was. I was 8:40. At 9 o'clock, we actually had a strong movement to the downside, and I took a short over 15 minutes for value gap. Yeah, this one here, this was the short I took. So this was that 15-minute FEG, because we had actually a very strong push at open to the downside. I was expecting maybe that we could go a bit lower. I was not looking at the hourly, but that's the same, so I took this short 15-minute FEG. I want to see the price go lower. My stop was at this high. I want to see the price actually go below that 4. So I got stopped, so this was -1. Afterwards, I saw this one going, so because the market immediately changed hand and wanted to continue higher, I was expecting us maybe to go higher then, so I changed ideas that we won't go short, because this was just immediately a break of structure to the upside. So I wanted to see if you had a retest. We did have that retest. I entered that on that wick, or just a bit below, so my entry came a bit lower. First TP, it's even on the chart, was actually this high. We got that on this wick, so I took something off. Then afterwards, we came back down. My stop was here, so we came back and we had a new 15-minute value gap right here. I'll delete this one for a second. So I took again an entry then, and I wanted to see if we could hit the highs again. So we did hit that one more time, and I took full TP right here. So now, if we look at the 4 hour, we actually see that we are at this distance, almost fully back of the range. So if open starts to move to the downside, it's a big possibility that we go to that daily. Maybe not today, but in the coming days. If open immediately it goes back to the highs right here, then we're continuing up. So this was a nice retest actually of the bullish structure that we made. So we didn't close below, so we're still in a bullish structure at this point. So expecting still higher prices, but with retracements, of course. It will depend on open for today. If the market wants to flush down, we definitely have potential that we can go lower. And yesterday was actually a good day, trading day. That was a sideways day, so we stopped. The good that nobody traded this. Not actually the best day. We were actually here in an orb, and I also had that 15 minutes, the chance actually to take it. Now, I am taking this the next time, not letting my head, because we had this slight of a sideways movement for a few hours. Let me go over it. So we need to take this. That was actually a beautiful play. I said that we would go around 21.94. I believe that was my target. Just below that wick here, that was in a 4 hour value gap, and we actually fully did that. So that was a 1.4 immediately that we could have made. Market's open right now, so I'll follow the market for a second. So on the right side we see actually eunicea trades the orb, and I'm just trading 15-minute continuation movements at this point. We're both doing 100 trades, so we will see who gets how much the outcome actually is. beweging vandaag. Because it's open, I'm not trading open, but this should be the last retest if you want to continue higher. This should be it. If we fall through this and take that low, we will take everything. If we watch it 30 minutes, we actually moved from upper value gap right here straight to the downside now. So this order flow shows us that it wants to go down. Once we take that low here, I have a lot of confidence that we definitely keep falling down. The reason why is we actually came from this huge leg down back to the 50% value, and then now we see this reaction off of it. So this is a huge possibility that we keep falling today. Yeah, if you watch order flow right here, we've seen it went down, came back up, retraced into the highs, and then actually, if this is the start of the opening, we probably keep going down. But the good side about this is that we actually will have a move, so that's something that we do like. We just took out London's low.
Today's caller sent in a picture of a watch. Could this be an heirloom?
That was London's low right here.
Caller, tell me about this watch.
Hola, soy Pedro. Este es mi reloj. El reloj es un regalo de mi abuelo. El reloj es un regalo de mi abuelo.
That will be a decent orb today.
Mi abuelo me quiere mucho.
Oh, 68.
Mi abuelo me quiere mucho.
Straight off of open. The good thing about this is if the orb is about 100 points range, it actually likes to continue ahead. We have actually a big move.
A touching gift from your grandfather, yes.
Oh, we komen voor ons gaan.
Wat gaat er dan?
Ja. Wow, Matt.
Is die nog zo nog erin?
Het is een banger.
Hm?
Een banger of een boner? Is dat een verschil? Ja, zeker.
Wat?
Een banger en een boner?
Ja, dat is heel wat. Ik weet dat je heel goed in je micro hoort.
Ja. Dat is wel...
So, we now actually came to our last hourly FEG from the morning session to the upside. If this holds, if this doesn't hold at all, yeah, it definitely looks like it wants to go lower.
Estoy bien. ¿Quién es nuestra nueva compañera de clase?
Tenemos una nueva compañera de clase. Pregunta falsa.
A good pointer for everybody. If you are in a trade, you can always leave it at open, let it do its thing. Your stop is there for a reason anyways, but if you're not in a trade, do not trade open, of course. You can see this is actually... sometimes it's very choppy, sometimes it's a very fast market, but it's better not to trade the first 15 minutes of open.
Computadora portátil. Hola, idea.
How did that trade yesterday play out, Emily, that you were in? Because I've seen that you were in here somewhere. I wanted to take profits a bit more when it went down, and then actually this move afterwards happened.
¿También estás en esta clase? Sí, estoy en esta clase. Genial.
And that stopped, okay.
Un bolígrafo. ¿Tienes un bolígrafo? No, no tengo un bolígrafo.
Yeah, that I knew.
Mochila.
Hola, Sari.
¿Tienes un bolígrafo?
No, lo siento. Pregunta a Lily.
Hola, Sari.
¿Tienes un bolígrafo?
Sí.
If we get a retracement just to even a 5 minute, I would even try to take it. If we fall like this big, we normally don't have immediately a retracement on a 15 minute.
Un bolígrafo.
And also, if we want to trade this, we got a
Gracias,
15
Sari.
minute for value gap of
Juntas.
sometimes a bit more. 50 points. A decent stop. So even by taking the 1 hour, no profits, I'm up 2 hours today.
No comprendo este texto en alemán.
Not sure if everybody took the work to the website this morning. If you did,
Mamá, te amo.
where did you take profit or didn't you take profit? Because there were a few times that you could have added on a 5 minute based in that work to the website here, and then actually a lot of small ads
Mamá siempre me compra muñecas.
before actually then
Compra.
coming straight back down.
Ellos nos ayudan muy a menudo. Ellos nos ayudan muy a menudo. Muy menudo.
See, if we fall below this again and we continue, my first idea that we stop is actually here.
Ella me ayuda con el curso de
So that's
español.
300 points still to the downside that I can see. If we take that liquidity out here, we have a chance that we go all the way to this level. Not today probably, but definitely in the charts. For the next coming 2-3 days then.
Vendo. Compra. Nos.
So 5 more minutes and I open this.
Sándwiches. Lo siento, no te conozco. Ellos me llaman todos los días.
Mi abuelo me enseña italiano.
That's a 70 point range orb, definitely doable.
Muchas mujeres aquí son jóvenes.
¿Tú tienes 23 o 24 años?
Yo, that was for push. What was that? That was quick push back down. So 40 more seconds. And we have the range. We do have for valley gap inside.
Estos abrigos son marrones.
Estos abrigos son marrones.
Quiero pizza porque tengo hambre.
Hay 22 libros en la estantería.
Necesito mi abrigo porque
This looks actually a bit the same like the morning session when 9 o'clock came. So when I saw this move, same as this, I intend that actually we keep falling further down. Especially because we took that low. So we got our range. And it is exactly 75 points.
Did you read your plan?
Oh, did everybody read their plan? Get your trade plan out. You still have about 5 more minutes until we have a drop. Go read it one more time before you take any entries that you're sure to follow and stay on discipline. Trading is business, so you have to treat it as one. It may also be fun, of course. A business has to be fun, but still. They need to have some rules that you can follow, repeat constantly over and over again. So I'm always having them on my desk, so.
siente un poco cansada hoy.
Os meus passatempos. Nossa, você tem muitos passatempos.
Nossa, você tem muito passatempos.
Você tem passatempos?
O meu livro preferido. Preferido.
So if we get a tap of that 5 minute for value gap, I'm putting in limit order to the downside shorting. Because we had a nice 15-minute change in delivery state.
Preciso de um livro novo.
And if we get another 15 minutes, this is actually the full for value gap then. So
Ser diretor de uma escola grande.
Esse echt met die beestjes, dat is echt grappig. Dus die mug van buiten gaat naar hier. Zo'n wandpotmug. Maar als je je snuit erop legt, vriendje, oh, dan gaat hij niet veel meer bewegen.
De uma escola grande. Ele é diretor de uma escola grande.
Very nice.
Diretor de.
Eu preciso de um.
Eu preciso de vestido novo.
Sim, ele faz muitos esportes.
Looks like we will take out Asia load too. We're very nearby.
Eles gostam de história.
Você gosta de música?
Say hello.
Claro, a gente gosta de música.
Minute and 15 seconds. Let's see if we get that close right here. No.
Futebol? Preferido. Futebol.
I would prefer if we hit that to continue lower.
Esportes.
So I will be not in it yet.
Os de literatura.
Sim, ele. Esportes. Muitos. Sim, ele faz. Esporte.
So that's Asia low. I'll point off of it. So the market is definitely looking bearish at this point. Nothing tells me in my mind that I want to long at this point, so anything that comes for retests that I get, I'll short the market with. So I already explained what I want to see get hit, so we have a huge momentum still to the downside that we can take. And that's
one contract.
and that was also because of okay, that was a close, by the way. My wife just said she's in. I want to see if we can create some for value gaps. I'm not sure where our stop is. All the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a pretty wide stop. That's a 93 point stop. Not the most favorable to trade, of course.
It is. I can add.
Oh yeah, she can add.
Yay.
So no reaction on the Asia low, so that means that we will continue. Like I said, if I get a 5 minute for value gap, well, we get a tap or something, I want to short this too, so I will see if I find any gaps that we can enter. So you're already creating one. I already set it to two orders right here on this one. The upper 5 minute per value gap. If we tap that one, I wanted to short it, but so that would look something like this. Stops at the high, and then I want to continue lower. But no tap yet, so I got two. Or I got limit orders right here. But I believe that I will not get tapped right now. This is looking way too nice to movement to downside. This is for our patience from yesterday that we had. And we also get a nice movement today. We're definitely sitting here for 2 hours and the market just went sideways for 2 hours. Okay, today it's with music in the background. So my dog probably likes the song and he is singing along.
Just do it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Het is oké, vriend. Je staat op mijn telefoon. Allee, je staat op.
So we did take a lot of loads right now. About 6 minutes. This is an hourly close too, so that would be a nice push if that stays right here. If we hit that 5 minutes and we have a nice action, I'm definitely want to take it short. If we hit that 5 minute for value gap, I'm going to give this a try. For me that's about a 30-point stop. So I would take my stop at the high of that 5 minute right here. We will see what we get. So that was a tap. I'm in short. We'll see how far we get this. Definitely worth the risk. It's beautiful where the order flow goes at this point. And I believe Eunicea has added also on the trade. So she added on that spot too. Alright, took my short.
Oh, wat dan nu?
Hm?
Ah, een beetje vet.
I know we took a lot of liquidity, so we could have maybe a bit of retracement, but if the market dumps 100 points or 120 points direct off of open, most of the times it keeps going. So I'm just following order flow at the moment itself right now, so I know most of the liquidity has been taken, but and normally we take a 15-minute instead of a 5. So we're not 15-minute yet. And the next 2 minutes I do want to see this candle come back down here. I'd love to see this already definitely close under Asia low, that would be good to see.
Oh, dat is wel een mooie zijn. Congo's ook alweer aan het volgens mij.
Okay, so that's a bit of a push. So I do want to see us fall further down, not push up too hard after that liquidity grab right here.
Shake the hips, babies! Shake with the hips! De andere ga ik niet zeggen. Die neemt dat echt, hè? En Congo ook al echt natuurlijk. Die kleintjes ook zijn rond met een kont zo aan het shaken. Schrijf eens al shake, ik weet het wel. Want je kunt het allemaal doen, hè? Weet je wat ik dan...
So now we can let go, of course, the market will do its thing, and we will have to let it do its thing. Our stop is placed, our entry is done, so now we just can be patient and do something different. The market will do its thing anyways. If you watch that hourly, that's actually very bullish, bearish candle to the downside. So that 4 hour too, everything looks like it still wants to go lower. So the next target for me. Can we take it to the 700 level? And that's a strong fight push back up. So we now hit that 15 minutes with value gap actually, so we will definitely see how we react here. So that looks actually good movement. So we tapped that 15 minutes, so probably a few of you had patience and took that 15 minutes instead of the 5. So then you are in the shorts actually from this level. White stop, I do. The good thing about this is that you are, if the market goes correctly, directly in profit. So I took these off. Those sell limits. Just be patient, the market will do its thing, so. Was 20 bulenox, 24 VC, 7 B5.
Mhm. 3 keer 5 man. 24/7, 3 keer 5 man.
I do prefer this next 15 minutes to actually push further to the downside. I don't think we got any news coming, so yeah, we had some news at 4 o'clock, that's done, and nothing actually specially. BO speaks at 6:30. So if you had patience for that 15 minutes, I would take at least something off already at that lows. That's just how I actually trade this. So if you took that 15 minutes instead of that 5, once we hit that low, I would take a little bit off. That's about 1 hour there. Everything still looks good. Just be patient. Let now the market show a bit of strength to the downside again.
Read your plan.
With your plan. Good. Die modellen goed zitten in de chat. Oké, oké.
Juist. Dat.
Was the thing to best wins? No, I did not.
The best really wins. You win.
Wind. Listen to wind. Yeah. Happy that you liked the book. Anybody got an idea what next trading book that I should actually buy? If you have a good one and you want to listen to, let me know. Just go buy it. I do want to see us go a bit lower. Market is just stalling right here. The best thing that we can do is nothing at that point.
Literatura classica. Ela escreve poesia.
Fotografia e literatura.
O livro do diretor?
Eu estou com a mochila do
I do
professor.
prefer that we continue a bit faster to the downside.
Eu gosto do blog dele.
So probably we
Eu
might stop
preciso do meu
if we
livro.
keep going at this pace.
Ela gosta muito de poesia.
Sim, eu gosto muito de
Just let the market do its thing.
música. Clássica. Sim, eu gosto muito de música clássica.
Ela
Ela gosta muito de fotografia. libro, torneo, buy.
Come on, market. Nasdaq, give us a nice push down. And I would be very grateful. Straight over open, he goes 100 points to the downside and then he stops.
Eu gosto da cidade.
Eu gosto muito da França.
Eu preciso da minha mala.
A mochila da minha prima.
O livro da Ana é ruim. Ruim. A música é ruim.
O livro da minha irmã é ruim. Livro.
Okay, so we have our first rally gap to the upside now. I want to see how we act up. Or we could get our first rally gap to the upside.
Aqui.
No, we just closed it.
Eu acho que
Eu acho que a minha casa é ruim.
vocês praticam karatê no tempo livre de vocês? Sim, ele gosta muito de karatê.
Eu pratico yoga todos os dias.
Eu pratico yoga todos os dias.
Usar. Ou, sei lá.
Quando você pratica karatê? Você pratica karatê no seu tempo livre?
Vocês praticam karatê no tempo livre de vocês?
Okay, let's be patient again. Market is just doing sideways movement again. Oh, one of them happy. If I get off at 5 or 5:30, will depend on how the market moves, of course. I don't need to get my kids today. She's with a friend going playing. I need to pick her up at 6, so still got some time left. So probably stay around till 5:30. I'll let the market do its thing. 2 minutes full TP today or stops. It doesn't matter. For me, the market still looks like I'm on downside.
Uma coisa.
You always see a very different market when the market
Eu
actually
gosto
tends
de
to
coisa
go
nova.
up immediately again.
Eu gosto de novela. Novela.
Sim,
Sim, tem novela todos os dias no Brasil.
É o gato dos meus pais.
Meus.
Heb je iemand gezet? Nee.
São as mochilas dos meus
Ik wil even aan
irmãos.
het kijken.
Dat deed niemand, hè?
Yep, that's true. At least it's one person that's watching. My own wife is watching my YouTube channel, so I'm already happy. We got one follower there. Let's go.
You have a cult, baby.
It started with one, so and then it creates further.
São as mochilas dos meus irmãos.
The better I do my work, or the better I help you guys, the better,
As mochilas
or the
dos
faster I grow, of course.
Ele é o pai dos meus primos.
Eu gosto dos livros dos meus primos. Meus primos. Vocês gostam de videogame?
vídeo.
Eu tenho muitos videogames.
Novela.
As nossas novelas.
Levantar. Coisa. Carro. Levantar. Domingo. Tarde. Coisa. Dia. Hoje.
So while I'm watching this price action, I'm actually looking if we create new fair value gap in a 5 or a 15, where we could actually see what the market reacts of or what it wants to go. At this point we don't create any, so that means that the continuation is still to the downside. And you actually see something like this if there was no
As amigas das minhas primas.
if the market would have pushed us up, we should see something like this actually immediately.
Eu preciso das minhas canetas.
And this looks nothing like this, like that. So
Sai.
Eu levanto.
Eu levanto e como e saio.
Sai.
Eu gosto das exposições dele.
again, if you took that 15, if we hit that low again, I would definitely take something off.
Exposições.
That's how I play it actually.
As exposições.
The reason why I take something off right there then is actually because if the market does its movement and it wants to go back up to take a fair value gap, if I take out now low, we create a new and we can have a new entry. I just add one more again, and then again I do the same.
Ele gosta de coisas.
So if I have two trades, the first time that I take my entry, when we get to that high, I take something off. Once we enter again at a lower point, most of the time that's a lower point than actually that high, because it's retracement after that breaking that high.
Além disso, o meu esporte preferido é vôlei. Além disso, o meu esporte preferido é vôlei.
Vôlei.
Eu gosto das duas exposições.
Eu gosto das duas exposições.
Disco.
Além disso, o meu passatempo preferido é futebol.
Artista. Mês. Grosso.
Usar. Lá. Poesia. Golfe.
Noite. Articulação.
Eu saio.
about 30 minutes in this.
Além disso, o meu esporte preferido é vôlei.
We're still at the same spot actually as our tree of the orb.
Preferido. Vôlei.
How would enjoyable be if this 15-minute close is actually lower than the previous candle? That would indicate some strength to the downside. So right here in this 15, we got about 16 seconds left. So I would prefer it actually to close close to that wick. Nonetheless, I wanted that yesterday too when we were. What was it? Right here. That was a nice spirit of being patient. This is actually where the market tested you, how good in patience that you are by doing nothing. Oh, beautiful Nasdaq. Give him some lovely movements to the downside.
Discute. Problema.
Ocupado. Abrindo.
A minha irmã é pequena, mas ela é forte.
Eu assisto um filme todos os dias. Olho. Feio.
Patience always pays. So remember that. That's a good one when you're actually in a trade, especially if you're doing 15 minutes. This can take some time. It's not like we are in and out of trade in 5 minutes. This can actually take at least a few hours sometimes. Sometimes about 15 minutes too, you're in a trade. Most of the time it's a longer trade. This is the first nice movement that we get. So I'm going to trail stop this trade if we keep falling to the downside.
Ajuda. Sociável. Tímidos.
A Fernanda e eu, a gente é alta.
So if we hit that low, that would be 1 hour for me.
Eu sou o Guilherme e eu não sou alto.
we still got 10 minutes.
Eles são muito impacientes. O carro dele também não está limpo agora. Ele não usa camisa. Eles não se preocupam com o gel. Eu fico em casa de noite. A gente levanta cedo e toma banho. Sim, ela só cozinha comida brasileira. Você só tem 8 amigos.
I probably
Eu
spoke
não
too soon.
sei. Às vezes ele volta no sábado. Ela é
Straight back to
atriz.
entry.
Mas quantos problemas é que você tem?
Eu preciso de 2 sacolas, por favor.
Vocês não desenham.
Nós vendemos comida saudável.
São
Os dois amigos são japoneses.
Como é que eu chego na sua casa? Como é que eu chego na sua casa?
Vocês não desenham.
So all we can do is be patient. Market is still doing its thing. It's just going a bit choppy at this point. So if you want to watch the 3 minutes, you can see it's just sitting here, not going up or down. Took some liquidity, some external, some internal. So if we watch order flow at this point, it still looks like it wants to go lower. So everything's still pointing that direction.
La petite amie parfaite. Lynn est à la gare. Elle voit son ami Martin. Il est avec une femme.
Salut Martin.
Salut Lynn.
Bonjour, je suis Suzanne. Salut, moi c'est Lynn. Oh, je dois acheter les billets, Martin. Au revoir, Lynn.
Suzanne va acheter des billets.
Well, Nasdaq has been sleepy in the last few days.
Et elle est intelligente? Oui, c'est la petite amie parfaite.
Petite amie? Non. Suzanne est ta mère.
Oh,
Pas de problème.
au revoir, Martin.
So what we're doing, well, we're being patient anyways. You can do something useful also. You can always start listening to one of the audiobooks that's on my channel. So I just asked if anybody knew an extra audiobook. Not sure if somebody answered. Not yet. So if you know any books that you want to listen to that you don't have yet, I still got some spares left that I still need to buy, so just let me know. I'll just buy them and put them on my channel so that you can listen to it.
I'm Lily, and today we're listening to another stranger. Let's get on with it.
Salut, je m'appelle Marie. En décembre, c'est l'hiver.
Go Nasdaq, let's go down. Go Nasdaq, let's go down.
Il fait trop froid aujourd'hui.
Oh, I should not say that.
Il fait trop froid aujourd'hui.
Just let the dog do its thing.
Le ciel est gris. Il va neiger cette nuit. Je vais rester chez moi et boire du chocolat chaud.
Really? Winter in
So here I want to see the market continue to the downside immediately, where it is now. The reason why is, if we watch those in the 2 minutes, we went twice to this area. We're now in a small Trafalgar gap of 1 minute, so here I want to see that push through it. That means that this order flow actually went back up, closed that Trafalgar gap, and now wants to continue then lower.
Quel ton préfères-tu? Quel ton préfères-tu? Quel ton préfères-tu? Quel ton préfères-tu?
Like I said, patience always pays, so all what you have to do in trading is very easy. Sit there and do nothing.
Préfères-tu?
Just take your entry model when it presents itself and then let the market give you money.
Je préfère. Je préfère.
Every good trade is one when you follow your plan.
Je préfère quand. Je préfère quand il fait chaud.
Je préfère quand il fait beau.
Hey.
Je préfère quand il
Yo.
fait
I got a very special dog. Oh my god. I see him do some very strange things. So 1 more minute in this 15 minutes. So it would be nice if we stop pushing to the downside right now. We've been here for at least an hour and 15 minutes now. Still in that same trade. If you took that 15 minutes, you actually very nicely immediately got into profit. So this is the good about those 15 minutes actually. This should be your trade actually. But once we break to this downside, you can actually put your stop straight here then. So you get to break even straight away.
Nous écoutons parfois la radio.
actually don't like that the market is stalling too, so if we should fall also, there was no resistance right here. We should actually continue too, so.
Chaque jour. Chaque jour. Chaque jour.
Je dors dans.
So before we get to my entry, I'm taking one contract off here. I'm putting my stop where it is, leaving it. It's the third 15 minute actually now. We still didn't close below any of these wicks. So that only leaves me about a half hour left. So I took a bit of profit right here and just make sure that I just have a half hour left into it. The market has been stalling too long, so I already made 2 more today.
Cet été,
Chaque mercredi.
Chaque matin, il regarde la télé.
Chaque jeudi.
Hey, wij dachten dat vanmorgen trouwens. We thought the morning session was slow. At least we had some price action, so we had this move, and then actually the next 4 hours we had a small move, but still doable.
j'écris parfois.
So everybody heard that I took a half hour off. Just that you know, again, we're still at that entry point, so.
Souvent ou parfois.
Moi,
Réservé.
moi,
Passe.
c'est.
Voulez-vous boire un café?
Les animaux sont des
Mes animaux sont géniaux.
Partir. Nous. Pour. Bon. Madame.
Ordinateur.
9.
Juin.
Manger.
2. Voix.
Venez-vous d'Angleterre? Vous. Angleterre.
By the time Eunicea is done with trading, she actually will know multiple languages.
Besoin. Vous. Avec.
Juillet.
Tout seul.
So just because of the price action, this is why I took something off. It's been sitting here for an hour now, and it didn't move up nor down, so it's not the best price action. I do believe it could still fall lower, but we could create also a 30-minute value gap just above us, so if we tap that, that would actually be very close to my stop. So if we come any further up to that gap, yep, that would actually be my stop then, so I prefer not.
Vocês voltam de metrô ou de trem? Voltam de. Vocês voltam de metrô ou de trem? De. Quem canta até tarde? Ah, tá.
Quem é impaciente? Que é
Não, eu fico aqui. Eu.
Geralmente, eu tomo banho às 8 da manhã. Geralmente, eu tomo banho
I'm just watching that hourly too, so we got about 8 minutes left in the next hourly candle that's formed, and then we will see if the market decides to go lower.
Vocês têm muitas casas? Tem. Muita. Tá.
Elas são brasileiras.
Ele sempre compra carros caros.
Sempre. Compra. Caras.
Ah, vocês também não lavam as mãos. Também. Ah, vocês também não lavam as mãos. Não. Lá. Não.
Vocês também não usam roupa limpa? Usam. Vocês também não usam roupa limpa? Usam. Roupa.
Geralmente, eu tomo banho às 8 da manhã. Geralmente, eu tomo banho às 8 da
It's the first time that we see a bit of change in order flow right now. We did not take any highs yet, so it's still to the downside at this point. Well, we took liquidity and we've been stalling for a while, so we'll probably take out the high one more time and then continue lower, or we're gonna sit here and go raging for the rest of the day. So still being patient.
Ils ont un chat. La première vue à gauche.
If you took that 50-minute entry right here, I would not let this come back to my entry actually.
Je dois rentrer tôt.
This should fall further. If it goes up again, you can actually re-enter then at a better price.
Le livre coûte 8 euros.
Que fais-tu le matin?
Pourquoi
Vous achetez une baguette tous les jours?
ils ont un chat? La première vue à gauche.
So 7 minutes for the new hourly. So if you have any doubts, always if you are in a trade and you see the market doing this kind of price action, always be patient and let your trade do its thing. So I was okay with taking a half off, so.
Doorgaande geest en intelligentie op en de weg voor grote overvloed.
So congratulate yourself if you're in this trade and actually had the patience to do nothing, just let this trade play out like it wants to.
Ik ben dankbaar voor deze perfecte dag. Wonders zal wonder volgen en wonders zullen altijd blijven doorgaan.
So Warp is back at entry, I believe, a bit above, a bit in positive line at this point. So we come back to that low again. If we come back to the low again, I do want to see us push lower then we have been stalling for a nice time. We've been going sideways. The hourly now looks actually better. So we got 3 more minutes in that hourly. I do want to see us close actually very low to that wick so that we can continue. But we still got 3 minutes, so I'll be patient, see what happens. So if you did nothing in that first hourly, when you just entered that orb and then sit it there, I had patience until the market actually showed you what I wanted to do. Good work. You followed your plan fully, so that's a successful trade already.
My queen is left unguarded. Yes. Keep capturing undefended pieces.
Because learning to have patience in the market is actually a skill. If you got that one, you have everything that you need.
Spot the piece you can capture for free.
So good traders can do multiple things, so they actually have a structured plan what they can repeat, and they have a lot of patience until the plan comes out and then actually takes that trade. So here I want to see that push further.
What can your queen accomplish here?
So we've been creating a lot of liquidity. We just took out the liquidity spool one more time now. Now I want to see that push down and continuation.
Last one. Capture
We can see this in this 5 minutes. So we were creating actually. Here we were creating buy side liquidity. The sell side liquidity. So I don't want us to push too strong off of this. I don't want to see that now slowly further down.
You can also escape check by capturing my attacker. Capture my attacker to defend your king and take a piece. Capture will escape my checks.
With a bit of luck, we're actually creating a new 5 minute value gap to the downside. So if we make that one and we can tap it, we probably can get out again. Something my wife will love to hear. Not yet in profit and adding already. But the market still looks like it wants to go lower. Like I said, you actually see a strong V shape off of a high or a low if you want to go immediately the other direction again.
Escape channel. You can't move your pawn because of my rook.
So we now created a 5-minute value gap. Actually exactly on the place where the orb went to the downside. Right here. Had je hier het team gehad? Heb je een entry? Ja. So eunicea will add if that gets hit. A new hourly just opened, and if I watch that hourly, it is still looking very bearish actually. We do have an hourly for value gap now above us. But I don't want to see the market come up that high anymore. If we want to continue lower. But the good thing is that we now have this 5-minute for value gap right here, so we can see order flow again. So this is actually the first for value gap that was created at all after this one. So in the next hour we didn't create anything. So this is chopped market, so we don't touch this. If we're in a trade, we just let the trade do its thing. Now we can actually see order flow again. Right here on this for value gap, we can see if we tap this, how we act off of it. Do we push lower immediately off of it, or do we start moving higher? That's also actually the first 15 minutes that closed lower, or nicely lower actually. And again, if we see that 15-minute trade, that was straight from here off, that was directly in profit, not even one small move, not in profit, and to the downside. So that was actually a very beautiful play. Is anybody still in this trade?
What was the longer, Nicholas?
Yes, I'm still in. Good, Emily. What did you take? Did you take the 5 or the 15 minute? Hey, de 5 of de 15 genomen. God, ik kan het Nederlands zijn ook. De 5, oké. Okay.
Was dat de planning?
Ja. You can see that 15 did work out better. So it's a smaller stop that we have actually here. That's a 30-point stop, and this was a 59-point stop. See, having patience in trading actually pays off. Not everybody can sit here in front of a chart being patient for 2 hours. this takes some time to learn, but if you can do that already, congratulations, good work. That means that you're growing a lot faster than most of the traders. We still didn't take out that low now, so I do want to see us take out that low right here, and that I know how we act off of it, because this is something I definitely want to see get taken. But believe me, a lot of people longed this part up. We actually don't do that, we actually just follow the big order flow. You can see these are way smaller candles than the first one to the downside, so.
Escape check. You can't move your pawn because of my rook.
Weet je dat uit zeker? Is dat wel zo?
Is dat elkaar?
Vind je ook bepaalde kleuren?
Ja, ik moet het verder doen. Met een kaart zien.
Met de kaart zien. One way to do it. But once you get trading under once you learn trading and actually know how easy it is to make money,
Check my king from the safe square.
it's just following a plan. The money will come. So don't think about it. The rest will follow itself. But if I have to compare this between a day job or anything else, I prefer candles then. It only takes about 4 hours instead of 8. And pays a lot better. You can actually still do everything that you want, so you don't have to sit behind the charts. You can just come back every 15 minutes if you're in a trade and see, okay, the market moved a bit, what can we expect now? Would the market moved a bit, or did it not? And so on. I can still actually do everything. Once you see a 15-minute value gap get created, just put a limit order in it and set your stop loss immediately. Now there is actually a place for position bracket or something that just added to the screen, so they can actually put your stop immediately. I didn't use it yet. But I prefer to count that I'm actually correct. But if you use the limit order, then this will do it automatically for you. So you don't need to put a stop anymore. Otherwise, if you get into a limit order and you don't drag your stop up, you actually don't have any. So with that position bracket, actually you can put immediately a stop. It doesn't matter how many contracts you put in, it will calculate it for you. So it does not work when you add to a trade. So if you add to that trade, you get immediately the same stop again, extra. If we don't get that tab, I'm okay too. If we just continue to fall further down, that would indicate that the market actually wants to go lower now. What I was expecting, or actually I was expecting this morning when we hit this huge level, because I saw a lot of trendline liquidity right here. So because this was a huge push down, I expected us that we would fall further. We did do it eventually, just a bit later.
My love language is Japanese.
Are you starting to understand order flow, Emily, and how the market moves a bit? Nice. Can you imagine that you have to learn all of this without somebody telling you how this moves? It takes some time. I can show you. You've just been here for about now 8 weeks, something like that. We're here 9 weeks that you watched and seen actually. So believe me, if you can learn trading in 8 weeks, that's a fast skill. Finally moving.
Controlling that diagonal.
We just took that low. Now I want to see the stay here. Oh, ES is also moving directly. So look, ES did take that high one more time. Nasdaq is now following. So now we took previous day low. So here I do want to see us continue lower. If you are in with multiple contracts, you can take something off right here. If you're still in with multiple. Because we did take out daily high, daily low, but it still looks bearish to me, so I'm not going to do anything. But that would be the first actually TP. That would be this, because I'm already took a half off at that start. Actually, I did not gonna move anything. I'm just gonna let it hit full TP right here.
I'll be taking that pony.
In about 12 minutes I'm going offline, and then I'm going after my daughter.
You didn't need that rook, did you? You took my bishop.
Yeah, if you're still in with a full R, that would be 1 R right here.
Oh, beautiful queen.
I can see again that played out perfectly of the 15-minute too. Entry, first TP. And you can see these play out actually all day. It doesn't depend actually where you go over, so how much would that be? That would have been 0.97. So almost a 1 hour. Nothing immediately in profit.
Guess I won't be promoting that pawn.
I don't want to see that continuation downwards order flow now, especially because we took out that daily. That's a huge liquidity pool. Definitely everybody that was already longing from here, from this low to the highs again. So the biggest thing that actually gave me away that the daily was going downwards is reading candles. So what did we do? We had an infungled candle at a high, so this high, 25,000, is actually a huge level. It's not only a round number, it's also a round number with 3 zeros, so these only come every 1,000 points, so these are very important levels where they take profit. And we then had immediately the day afterwards an infungled candle to the downside. So this is support or resist, you can call it also. We can see that this order flow goes, and then actually what do we aim for? Is that daily? What we talked about yesterday too, Emily. So, but I wanted to see how this one closes to actually tell that we were going that way. I don't want to be the one that predicts the market before it happens actually. I want to be the one that actually follows the order flow from that happens right now. So this is why I do have a bias, but I actually can change it immediately too. I don't stick to it. So if the market decides to go lower and we have huge candles, I'll take it. If the market goes up and it has huge candles, I'll do the opposite immediately too. So we are still at that low. In the meantime, I'm gonna start logging this trade while I'm in here anyways. So that is something you can actually always do directly. So I'm on 6.9 hour on my challenge of 100 trades. It's actually a day that I had multiple trades today. 1, 2, 3. I took this my 4th trade today. That does not happen every day. Continuation to the downside. Market ranged, market came back to 5M. Went out to downside 2, extra confluence. That's the market. Continues. And I took half off just before open, after going sideways. For 1H. I do not prefer us to move up too high after this liquidity sweep. Just because we got an hourly fair value gap above, we still have a 30-minute fair value gap above. I want to continue lower right now. Because this is a stronger V shape than before. You can see this is a stronger candle movement than before. Same for here, this 15 minutes stays above this candle and fingers it. That means at a support level or resistance level actually, that support level actually that we had in a fingered candle, so that could indicate that we have a small retracement for then the continuation lower. ES is doing exactly the same. So we can move up, but if we hit that 5 minutes, I want to see a strong pushback down. So eunicea added one more. So I've got about 5 more minutes and then I'll end the stream for today. I'll just let this trade do its thing. See what it brings. Well, it's minus a half for it's plus 1.5. So I'm not gonna manage this on anymore. Just gonna let it do its thing. Nonetheless, we did take out some buy side, some sell side liquidity right now. We are still in that 5 minute fair value gap, right? Hanging around there, so I don't want to see us to push so much further up. I don't want to have an entangled candle of that 15 minutes. I do want to see continuation to the downside immediately, because we just took out, like I said, daily low. So that this is a huge liquidity pool right here that we just taken out. We took out all sessions already, so we still have some for value gaps to the upside left to push us further downwards. We got an hourly right here too, so actually this one. But we still got 34 minutes left in the hour that's now open, so we took out, you can see, this is all the liquidity that we take. But if you watch order flow, you can see that this is the pattern that we're following, so we should continue lower. The next 2 minutes, I do love to see us hit all the way back to the lows.
Oh, moet je niet en ik wil eigenlijk 2 zetten.
Wat weer is goed?
Moet ik dat nog een keer doen?
Ja.
Of?
Ja, doen we nog een keer hetzelfde place. Nee, hetzelfde place.
Oké.
Ja. De tweede man. So Eunicea's first DP is just under that low. She's gonna take off 2 contracts right here. So she sets 2 limit orders right here. Sell limit orders. Buys and buys. It's in buy series. To take some profits if we fall back to that low. And then full TP at 24,751. Is die VMB stil? Kan je pakken dat juist?
Ja, ik heb een beetje verplaatst. Maar dat is zo lastig.
Oh, 765. Oh, it's a bit up. Didn't read correctly. So about 10 points up from where she actually originally planned to take it. So in about a minute, I'll go offline. I need to go get my kid. It's about 20 minutes drive from here, so I wish you all a good trading session for the rest of the day. Keep you to your plan, where you want to take profit, of course. Yeah, I put a limit order for TP. Oh no, that's for Eunicea put a limit order for her TP. Yeah, that's just because she left one runner. So if the market goes there, she will take some profits at our limit order, and then actually she continues the market down. So she put it when this hits. So she will not be behind the computer. So that's why also. So if this hits, she takes some profit, and the rest of her TP is actually at that part. So about 10 points lower or something like that. Yeah, 13 points lower. My full TP is at 24,700.
Nice check.
I like sometimes slow markets, but I do prefer them when they actually give us some value gaps, so we can add to it. For the rest of the day, I wish you a good trading session. Was a good session actually, slow, but we followed the plan, we kept to it. So enjoy your day and see you back on tomorrow actually. Have fun.